right, and we're back. Oh man, this is episode 55 of the Taproom Podcast, and I am your host, Mike. This is kind of a fun one. So this one's obviously just gonna be me. There's no interview on this one. This is the birthday weekend episode from when we went to, or me and the guys and everyone went to San Diego last weekend, and it was a blast, to say the least. We had a great time. We went to, different breweries. We went to Pure, went to Bay City, which I had never been to. They have two locations. One of them is in like downtown area, and it has like a rooftop kind of bar. It's really cool, but I'll talk more about that in a bit. And then went to North Park, then to Goal. Also went to Seek, which is, I'm actually going to be drinking a Seek right now for brewski. For the first brewski on the show. It's actually probably going to be the only one. But yeah, it was it got a little wild. But I'll get into that in a little bit. Also, I recorded yesterday because I'm recording this on a Saturday. So I recorded on Friday, March 1st, with the guys over at the Tall Boy Sunday podcast. So make sure you go over there and show them some love and give them a follow. It's on Instagram. It's Tall and then BOII and then Sunday. Excuse me. We had a great time. So it was me, Mike. So two Mikes on the show. And then we had John from Whittier Brewing Company. And then we also had Abraham from La Bodega. So really, really fun time. Like, Abraham was such a great host. He brought us food and stuff like that. And, supplied all the beer that we had. But it was really fun conversation. Talking about, the show, and then talking about, how they got started, all these different things. So it was a really fun time. Really glad I got to meet them, got to meet some other great people there that were there as well. So shout out to everyone that was there. Looking forward. I think they said that one's going to be out next week. So keep an eye out for it. And I'll also plug it on next week's show as well. Let's see, I'll get into next week's episodes a little later on. But yeah, definitely go and follow the Tall Boy Sunday Tall Boy Sunday podcast on Instagram. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and, the reason why I'm doing this beer is because, we went to Seek. Mike got a little fucked up, to say the least. So I didn't actually have a beer at Seek, but we'll get to the reason why after. So I'm going to go ahead and crack this sucker open. This is Out Over Your Skis. It's a West Coast Pilsner coming in with, it's actually Citra, Idaho 7, and Nelson Sauvin. And they actually brewed it with Around the Horn Brewing. They can't see where they're located, but if you want to go down to Seek, they're located at 3052 El Cajon Suite C in San Diego. Coming in at 5.6%. You know what I mean? A West Coast Pilsner is, right up my alley. So let's crack this sucker open, eh? Oh, yeah. Here we go. Get the glass all ready. Oh, yeah. Okay, let's dive right in. Nope, move that out of the way. Sorry for the audio. Oh, yeah. That's my jam. That's my jam right there. Yeah, it's pretty. It's kind of murky, too. It's murky, but you're definitely getting those floral notes to it. But it also goes down like kind of crisp and clean, like a Pilsner would. But you're getting those, almost like, floral notes. And then also kind of not citrusy, but you're getting almost like not passion fruit, but something like that on the back end. And it's pretty solid. Like I said, 5.6%. I'm going to give this I'm going to give it an 8. It's pretty dang solid. And apologies to Seek for, I was planning on going down there. We did make it there. But yeah, it was a little rough. But yeah, let's jump into, got some headlines. As of when I'm recording this, LeBron was, I think, 9 points away from getting to 40,000. Or it may have already happened. I was kind of drunk last night, so who knows? Let's see. And so congrats to him if he's already done it, congrats. If he hasn't yet, then either way, congrats to him. Not a Laker fan, but, congrats to, what a phenomenal career. All right. What's up next? Spring training's going on. I saw Ohtani hit his first home run, so good for him. I think the odds came out for like who they're projecting to win the World Series, or like, the betting odds. And I think it was the Dodgers were 1, Braves were 2, and then I think the Astros were 3. And I think on one side I saw it was like plus 800 for the Astros. And I know, obviously being in the California area or in the LA area, a lot of people hate the Astros, and, I get it. But, my buddy Nov's a big Astros fan. But about that is there's good value there. Like, so if you're a gambler, I mean, and if you guys don't know what the plus 800 means, it means if you were to bet $100, you would win 800. So, I mean, I think there's some really good value there because the Astros are, they're going to be perennial contenders. So good for them. The Bravos, I know Ronald Acuna was a scratch the other day because they said there was like something about his meniscus, but they said it's not torn or anything like that. And they said it shouldn't keep him out of the opening day lineup. So, I'm not going to lie, got a little nervous. I was like, oh no, like, especially after like the season he had last year, it was, phenomenal year he had, just killer. I mean, just sucks the way the season ended, but that's life. That shit happens. But yeah, so spring training's going, not far away from baseball starting. I'm excited. Me, I'm a big hockey guy too. Hockey is, kind of coming down the line. We're almost to the trade deadline. So I think my Avalanche need another goalie. The Kings are starting to come alive again. I think they're like the 7th seed currently, but still plenty of hockey left to be played. So it should be pretty good. All right. Let's see. Oh yeah, the college football playoff, which I don't know. I don't get this, but like they're talking about expanding it from 12 teams to 14 teams in 2026. Just why? Like let it be the 12 teams or whatever it's going to be for now. And if you feel like it needs to be expanded, but then if you're going to keep doing that, it's like you're the NFL at that point, like expanding to that many teams. But that's just my opinion. But I feel like, man, like let's just see how 12 does. Let's let that happen first. And then we'll, see how things play out. But obviously I don't make the decisions, and I know why they're doing it, probably because, it's all about the money, right? So they want to make as much money as they can. More playoff games means more money. So we'll see how that all comes about. But yeah, and then, so the only other things I had, not a headline, but just talk about some upcoming episodes. Next week is Hardyhood Distribution. Was such, with Tim and Steve, such a, great guys. Looking forward to you guys hearing that one and hearing how they started Hardyhood. And I wanted to, I thought that'd be a cool story to hear on the show as well. Being able to hear that aspect of it, because we always hear from brewers or owners or just beer lovers, and they're both, big time craft beer lovers. But it's cool to see how all of that, came about for them, or to hear how it all came about. So I'm looking forward to you guys hearing that one. Then it will be, the week after that will be the Real Ale Sharpton. Really nice guy, Dennis and Malcolm Byron from over in Atlanta. He lives in Atlanta, but originally from New York. I'm looking forward to recording that one. I think we're recording on Tuesday. But just a really, really nice guy. And he's an award-winning craft beer writer. He's got, he's done so much within the industry. So I'm really excited for to record that with him, have a beer over, Skype or whatever. That should be a really fun one. And then next Sunday, I will be recording at Villains, over at Villains Brewing in Anaheim. So I'm excited for that one. I get to talk to Isaiah and Brad. So that should be a really fun episode. And then got some more irons in the fire. Been talking to people at Common Space. Have been talking to people over at Hop Saint. Trying to work something out right now, or work out a date with Hamilton over in Rancho. There's quite a few irons in the fire. So I'm really excited. It should be really good. And I'm going to try to, keep putting these out as quick as I can for you. Or I'm sorry, not as quick as I can, but every week. Because you guys are the best. I mean, I appreciate, all you guys do. Oh, also, so there were some episodes that I've had. One, with Danny, when she was at Congregation, it was a little loud, but not too bad. But I started using this new editing software, and it's really helped out with that. So I've gone back to some older episodes to kind of get rid of some of that background noise. There's some still there. Obviously, you can't get rid of all of it, but those episodes sound so much cleaner. The Oso Brewing one, that one has been through the ringer, but I did do that, and it's cleaned it up a bit, so it does sound a little bit better. And also the Daniel Drennan episode, because we recorded it in a craft beer bar while it was open. So, but that one, yeah, I went back and I tried to clean it up. So if you guys ever want to, if you guys couldn't get through those episodes because it was so loud, apologies. if you want to go back and listen to those episodes, definitely check those out. But yeah, that's all I got here for the intro. But so now I'm going to kind of get into tell you the stories about all the stuff that happened. And then also, because the plan initially was in Carlsbad not Carlsbad, but in San Diego for day one was to record about 5 to 10 minutes at each brewery. And so we recorded at at Pure and at North Park. Bay City, I forgot my lapel mics, so I wasn't able to go back and go get them. And then there's a little something over at Gulf, but yeah, even then, I'll get into that, the reason why I didn't on that one. But yeah, look, it was a really fun weekend last weekend. The first stop was always Old Town. That's that's my jam. Old Town San Diego. I got my usual chorizo and eggs, some corn tortillas, and a Pacifico, of course, which obviously always slaps. It's good stuff. And if you're ever in that area, you have to go. Like the breakfast spots are always open early. They the rest of Old Town opens around 10, but they have a ton of cool stuff. They have this really cool kind of pottery place. They have a hot sauce shop. I can't remember what it's called now. It's had maybe 10 different names since I've been going there. But it's really cool. They have this old timey kind of candy shop. Also, they have an old tobacco shop too, and it's really cool. And I don't know if anybody out there loves the smell of tobacco, but it smells really, really good. So you can check that place out. They sell cigars, they sell all that stuff, and old Zippos. There's an old root beer shop, one of my favorites. Every time I go, I have to get a new root beer or try a different root beer. They have a beef jerky. It's root beer and beef jerky. And if you don't like root beer, it's come on. But I know some people don't. I know my buddy Nav does it, and my sister-in-law Christina hates it. So it's But also they have an olive oil shop too, all different types of infused olive oils and regular olive oil. I think it's the Temecula Olive Oil Company or something like that. But it's really, really good. But yeah, so that was early on in the morning, and then like I said, the plan was to go to each brewery, record a little bit. So for the places that I didn't, I'm just going to kind of describe them here, but we're going to start off with the first one. I'm going to add the audio right now. It'll be the first stop at Pure Project. So you'll be able to go ahead and hear that, and then I'll be back. All right. So we're over here at first brew stop of the day. We're over here at Pure Project off of 5th and Palm. Right now I'm drinking it's called Rain. It's an unfiltered Pilsner coming in at 5.3%. It's super light, super crushable, really good. It's a 5.3. I'd give it easily an 8.5. It's pretty solid. I love coming down to Pure. Shout out to Chris Leguizamon, who does their beer education here at Pure. But yeah, and Taylor's up next with his beer.
I am drinking the Diamond Dust Murky IPA. Solid, crushable, bomb, not too much. I would give this a solid 8.5 out of 10.
I gave it an 8.5 as well for mine. Jizzy, do you want to give a rating for yours?
Yeah, so I got the Diamond Dust too, as well, same as Taylor. You gave the ABV? 6.7. Murky IPA with Mosaic and Cashmere. Yeah, super good. Velvety is how I describe the mouthfeel. Jesus, need a Red Bull and rally. For hazy, I'll give it. Let me go on one more time. Hold on. Solid 8.
Okay, so we're here in San Diego at the other Pure Project. We were at the one in Carlsbad last week, but now we're in San Diego one. I got the Opaque Dream, same one I got in San Diego, Carlsbad, I mean. It's pretty good. I like it. It's got blueberry and peach, but it's the only slushie they had. It's kind of a bummer because they make really good slushies here. Really good pizza also. Smoothie style. But I got the Opaque Dreams. I'm probably going to give it a solid 8. It's really good. Smooth. It's not too boozy. But yeah, if you're in the area, Opaque Dreams, can't go wrong.
All right, Gunner's got his beer, and you got the Super Beta. The Murky IPA with Nelson, Huachuca, Mosaic, and Southern Cross. Give me a 6.5. What do you think of it?
It's actually pretty good. I'm a hazy guy, so this is kind of considered a hazy, and yeah, definitely a good beer.
So what'd you give it a rating?
8.5.
There you go. I think with me, Chris, and we all gave 8.5. So what did you give this?
Solid 8.
Solid 8. Nice. There you go.
That's good.
All right, round 2 over here at Pure. I got Sunny Disposition. It's a West Coast IPA, a West Coast Pale Ale made with Cascade and Mosaic Frio. coming in at 5.5. So yeah, it's actually pretty light. It's super floral off the nose. It's got it's good lacing to the glass too, so it's really nice. Super clean. The 5.5, 3.5, I'm going to give it a solid 9.
Because it's still a pure project. I got this one at a Pokemon reference alone. It's called I Choose Yuzu. Shout out Pikachu, yellow version. But this was pretty good. It was probably a 12.8%, I think. And I'm just smashing that 12%er like no problem. It's like it's water.
Not 12%.
It's 12%, definitely 12%. And I don't know, it's probably like a 4.9. It's really good. I'd probably give it a solid, I don't know, 8.3. It's really good. It's light, it's fresh, it's a lager, it's easy to go down. Yeah, so if you're in the area, I choose Yuzu. Again, Pokemon reference is the only reason why I got it. Yeah, as it goes, I choose Yuzu.
Is it going?
Yeah.
I got the Tattletale. Really? It's a oak. How am I supposed to talk? It's an oak barrel aged. This is how I talk normal. It's an oak barrel aged sour ale. Collaboration with Black Seer Winery, 7.5. Super sour and tart. Let me get another mouthfeel for the score. Yeah, for a sour ale, it's clean. Very light body. 7. Solid 7.
All right. Yeah. So that was the beer reviews that we did over at Pure Project. Can't say enough about Pure. I mean, I love that place. And I want to say, I said shout out to Chris Leguizamon, who does their beer education. Everything they put out is just solid. And, even like the other locations that they have, they're all amazing. They're all really, really cool. I got a sticker. I meant to buy a shirt, but they didn't have my size. But definitely, really, really awesome place. If you haven't been, you definitely have to go. And if you can get your hands on some of their beer, I usually get mine, since obviously it's not all that close, but I usually get mine over at Louis Liquor over in Azusa. So shout out to Louis, shout out to Lucy, Dre, and everybody that works there. But yeah, so the next brew, I'm gonna have a drink of this beer here. Let's see. Good stuff. Yeah, so the next brew we went to was Bay City Brewing, which was awesome. They have like a downstairs, but they, the highlight is the rooftop bar. I had their Vienna lager, which I thought was okay. Like it wasn't like, I thought it was a decent beer. Not bad at all. Vienna lagers aren't usually like my go-to, so like, I wasn't going to like review it or anything like that, but I thought it was actually pretty solid. And then I also had, I think I had their cold IPA, which was phenomenal. I was really, really good. I think I had 2 of those. So like, also initially the plan was to only have like maybe a beer, maybe 2 at each stop. But I ended up having 3 beers at Pure, 3 beers at Bay City. And yeah, and it was a really, really, really cool spot. And they said they have really good pizza. I didn't get a chance to try it. I probably should have. But that cold IPA, man, it was good. And the reason why, I didn't have my lapel mics when we were there is because I realized when it was already on the roof that I had forgot the mics. So I was like, fuck. But yeah, definitely the place had really good beer. I think my uncle, Gunner, I think he had one called Ron Mercandy. So that was, and I got to taste it. It was pretty solid. It was pretty good. But I would totally recommend going to that place. There are 2 locations, so make sure you find the right one. The one is in downtown. But yeah, really cool spot. Like, honestly, the view, man. Like, you go, I recommend, for the view, for the beer, and I'm assuming the pizza because, I think Jizzy said he tried some before when he went there, and it was really good. And it's like right in the heart of downtown, and it's really close to Petco Park. And you can actually, I think you want to say when we were looking at it, you can see Petco from the rooftop. So it's pretty freaking awesome. So you should check that place out. But obviously there's a ton of breweries in the area. Definitely check out Bay City. Oh, and you know what I did? I put the address. I do have the address. It's 8th and Market. That's the one. So since they have the 2 locations. So definitely check that one out. Now this next one we went to was North Park. Obviously one of my favorite breweries in San Diego. And North Park is just awesome. And I might have started feeling a little bit buzzed when I was there. But it was a blast. Kelsey is an awesome human being. Like I've never got to meet him, but I mean I've talked to him once in passing, and he was just a really nice guy. And one day I hope to have him on I know he's slammed, but one day I hope I can get him on the show. I think that would just be a phenomenal episode. So if you're listening, buddy, I'd love to have you on. That'd be great. So, and also in this one too, Jizzy was on a good one. Like I said, I was pretty buzzed. I reviewed the same beer twice because they ordered me 2 of the same ones. And I think we all asked like what the name of the beer was at one point, and it was called Hoppy Pup, I think it is. It was a hazy. I don't remember if it was double or triple, but I think it might have been a double. I don't remember. But, and I might have, there's one point my cousin Shelby, she's just like, oh yeah, I think John's drunk. And she said this while recording it. And obviously I'm Jonathan. So, but I mean, I go by Mike on the show, if you didn't know that already. So yeah, but if you're a new listener, yeah, my real name is Jonathan. I go by Mike on the show. But yeah, so she's like, oh, John's already read. And I was like, why? Because I'm native, because I'm Native American. I was going to take it out, but I was like, fuck, who cares? Like I am native. I mean, I'm just making a joke. So anybody out there, if you get offended, sorry, bro. Or sorry, whoever. Yeah. But yeah, so we're going to jump into those reviews. Jizzy did a really funny one. So yeah, we'll jump right into it.
All right, so we're at stop number 3, North Park Brewing, North Park Beer Co. What's this one called?
Hoppy Pump, Dank
Hoppy Punk Dank Supreme Double. Coming in what, 8.5? 8.5. And we all got the same one?
We all got the same one. You only got something different with Shelby and Liz. So we're
It's smooth. It's kind of got a creamy taste to it. It's pretty solid. I mean, it's North Park, so it's great. I'm going to give it a solid. I'm going to give it 9.5. 9.5. Just got to talk into it and review the beer. You don't want to?
Yeah, we review that one.
So I got the passion fruit. Oh, sorry. The passion fruit blood orange. I think it's kombucha cider. It's really good. It tastes like sweet at first. Oh, it's 7%. It tastes sweet at first, and it's like a sour kind of drink. It's bomb. It's really good. At North Park, I give it like 8. 8 out of 10.
I think we got all the same one.
What'd you give it, Shell?
I gave it an 8. It's good.
Cheers all around.
As we say in the old country.
Behind him. Yeah, there we go.
Hey, before we go, man, we gotta take a picture.
Sure.
Down, yeah.
They have a hard on for that.
Oh, yeah.
Am I pressing anything or just talk?
No, give it a review.
What was the name of it?
Something Dank Puppy.
What name of it?
Hoppy Pop.
Great content, right? Motherfuckers. The other one was a 7.
All right, they snuck in Hoppy Pop Hazy 8.5, which I'm not a big fan of.
You're not a big fan of Joe.
It's a little boozy because I'm more of the 7.2 kind of guy, but it actually tastes pretty good. So I'll give it a high 6.5.
Okay, a high 6.5. I give it a 9. Right now.
Oh, so we totally just tricked Gunner. He wanted the Hoppy Pup Supreme single, but we got him a double. This is actually a really good beer. We came here for the Hop Foo. Hop Foo was not on tap, so we went for Hoppy Pup, and I think we did pretty good. This is a pretty good choice. I'm gonna give it a solid 9. It's actually really pretty damn good. Yeah, Hoppy Pup in North Park. Hopefully next time we come back they have the Hop Foo, but Hoppy Pup is a good replacement for the Hop Foo. Yeah, not a 9, solid 9. Right? I think I gave it a 9. Who knows? All right. Somebody take this from me.
Oh. So yeah, we got the. No, but I'm doing my jazz radio. Take 2. So right now we got the Hoppy Pub Dank Supreme Hazy Double IPA coming in at 8.5%, baby. And it is immaculate. It is thick. It is wet. It is juicy. And I haven't even tasted the beer yet. Let's dive into this. Ooh, yeah, baby. That is an 8.5, and the ranking matches the ABV. And that is all from North Park Brewing, right here on 8th Street in downtown San Diego. 94.7.
Taylor, listen to that.
I will after.
Taylor here at North Park Brewery for the first time. Drinking down. What is this? A Hoppy Pup? What is it?
Yeah.
It's a Hoppy Pup, 8.5%. Big, huge fan of hazies. For the first time here, I'm going to go ahead and give this a solid 9.5. This is right up there for me. Love it.
Want to do a review on that?
Yeah, man. Hell yeah, go for it, huh?
Did it press anything or just go?
Oh, you're good, yeah.
All right. We definitely tried the Hoppy Pup today. Absolutely very drinkable. I would say out of 10, it's about a 9 right there. Very smooth. Great addition to their beer portfolio here at North Park Beer Company.
Oh, great.
There may be one more beer here, or we may go to sleep. Who knows? All right. Well, so I'm about to do my second Mr. Coffee, and I might have a little bit of a buzz. But what? What do you want? Oh God.
Can you comment on like your podcast?
Just say it.
Okay. Comment who you think's gonna be the drunkest. I think it's gonna be John. I think he's really already feeling it. I'm saying my words already.
You say. I'm gonna listen to it later. The drunkest? That's kind of fucked up. Well, I guess she's talking about me because I'm red because I'm native. I'm gonna leave that in. I don't care. Yeah, because you're full of love. Exactly. And I'm gonna drink this second beer because I have to because they got an extra one. But, yeah. Either way.
For each 10 years.
Still same score. 9-5. Solid. Going to seek next and then goal. And shout out to Bridget from Unsung because she recommended goal and a bunch of other people did too. So beer technically number 3. Birdies the Bogies. The West Coast coming in at 5.4. Strata, Mosaic, and Citra, fire. That's a triple threat right there. It'll get you there. 5.4. I'm going to give it a 9. Knob, what do you got?
Benson. So another review from North Park. We all just drank. We've got 9 Hobby Pops, and now I'm doing friends and neighbors or neighbors and friends, whatever it is. I'm looking at the menu. It's a 5.3. It's actually pretty good. Vienna style lager, super light compared to Hobby Pup, and I'm going to give this a solid, probably a solid 7.3. It's actually pretty good on the Navi scale. Yeah, it's actually pretty good for I think it's a 9.4 for me. Oh yeah, neighbors and friends and neighbors, confirmed. Yeah, it's pretty good. North Park.
Taylor here. Got a Birdie's Bogey. I think it's like a 5.2, 5.4%. Very crisp, very crushable. Something you can drink in between heavy beers. I'm going to go ahead and give this a solid 8.
All right. So yeah, I hope you guys laughed a little during that one. Like I said, I reviewed the same beer twice, and then I did Birdies to Bogies, which was one of my favorites. But yeah, it was a hell of a time over at North Park. And this is, when that happened, because I had the 3 beers there, 3 beers at Bay City, 3 beers at Pure, 9 beers deep, I want to say it was like noonish, maybe 1, I don't know. 1 or maybe it was 2 o'clock, who knows? No, I don't even know. Who cares? It's not the point. But this is where things kind of went off the rails, though. Because North Park, when we left North Park, but we just got parking all day in one spot. And we're like, oh, it's only like, not too far away. And then I looked it up. It was about a half-mile walk to goal. So we decided to walk to goal Brewing. Because it's really cool. Because I want to say like goal is, they're all like in the same building. It's goal, seek, and then I think it's barley and sword. I'm sorry if I got that wrong, but but yeah, like I said, things got a little crazy for me. So we walked. I might have had a little buzz. I was feeling pretty good. And then we get to goal, and finally get to goal, and when we order our beer, everything, I honestly felt fine. Like I had a buzz, but I wasn't like, where I was just like, oh my gosh, I'm shit-faced. And then I take a big gulp of one of my beers, and this is not a knock on goal because the beer was delicious, but I, took a big old gulp out of my beer, and I'm like, why is my mouth starting to salivate? And I'm sure if you guys felt that way, you know what I'm talking about. And I don't know, like I said, I don't know if anybody's ever like experienced that, but that where it's like, as soon as you start to salivate and you feel like, oh no, I'm going to yak. But I was like, usually like my brother always carries beer salt with him, like anywhere he goes, he keeps it in my sister-in-law's purse. And usually if I ever feel that way, especially if I'm like taking shots or something, like a shot's just not wanting to go down, if I do some beer salt, I'm usually good. I knocked back the beer salt, didn't work. I was like, fuck. And yeah, I might have puked. I actually puked. I didn't know where the bathroom was. Thank goodness for Jizzy, because he was able to help me find it. But yeah, because it was coming up and I had to force it back down. Came up again, forced it back down. Third time was a charm, made it to the bathroom. I didn't really get it on like any of the stuff. I just obviously mostly was in the toilet, but there was a little backsplash. And might have got some on my pants. So yeah. So I puked, tried to clean up the best I could. And I was like, I'm good. And then, but I honestly didn't realize that there was puke on my pants until after I walked out. And then everybody told me. I was like, fuck. So, and then I thought to myself, I crushed another beer after, so I was fine. I think I am Mr. Puke and Rally. But yeah, so I went on and I puked, did that whole thing, pounded another beer, another one from Goal, because I had to, obviously make that right. And it was a delicious beer. I can't remember what it was called, to be honest with you, but it was really good. I know I think the first one I had was like a hazy, and I think that one was a double. I don't remember exactly. Things got a little fuzzy. But yeah, so I did that. I rallied, got my beer, and then, I want to say I had one, maybe I had one from Seek, but I just don't remember. I'd have to ask the guys. But I do remember they were both really, like the ones I did have were really good. So, and they also had some barbecue going on outside over there. It seems like they always have food. They have cornhole. Both are really cool spots. Just some people, can't hold their liquor, obviously. So after that, like we hung out there for maybe another hour and a half, and then decided we're going to walk back to the car so we can go check in the hotel. And yes, I'm still wearing the puke pants during this time, because I was like, oh, I'll change when I get to the car because my bag was in there. And lo and behold, some dumbass named Mike didn't pack any other pants. I thought I packed jeans. I did not. So I had nothing else I could throw on. And yeah. And you would have thought, like, even if it's just one day, just pack an extra pair of jeans or an extra pair of pants. You never know, right? But nope, I yacked. And so I didn't have anything else to wear, so I had to clean them up the best I could and soldiered on. And also there was at one point we got back to the hotel in Old Town, and for whatever reason, me, Christina, and Jake could not figure out where the hotel room was. Eventually we found it, but it felt like we were walking forever. Then we went back to Old Town. We, obviously had some more food, and, I ordered another beer. And then I also thought I only had one shot of tequila at Old Town Mexican Cafe. I guess I was wrong. I was told the other day I had 2 and maybe 3. I think someone said he was either 2 or 3. I don't remember. So Mr. Buzz was back, riding high. And of course, like I said, I was still wearing those pants because I had no other pants. Ordered some nachos, delicious. I think I had maybe like 3 bites and a chili relleno, and probably should have eaten more. But yeah, the buzz was back for sure. We hit up this other place. It used to be called Cha-Cha's. It's like right across the street almost from Old Town Mexican Cafe. And you'll get why I'm mentioning Cha-Cha's at the end of the episode, because my sister-in-law, Christina, told one of her favorite John stories of San Diego, because this would have been the 3rd year in a row that I puked. So, puke and rally, baby. Like I said, I might have to make a t-shirt that says Mr. Puke and Rally. But yeah, so we were hanging out that place that used to be called Cha-Cha's. Sorry, I don't remember the name, but what did I do? Ordered another shot of tequila. And there may have been 2. I honestly don't remember. I don't think I had a beer. I want to say I just had the 2, maybe the 1 or the 2 shots. I'll have to ask Nav and Jizzy. But we walked around Old Town a little more, and then eventually made it back to the room. They laid down and knocked out. And yeah, I want to say that was about 10 o'clock maybe. I don't even remember. It was early. I was fucked up. Shit happens. And you would have thought, I was asleep. That's how the night was going to end. But nope. Pukey returned. I don't know what time it was, but I woke up in the middle of the night and bolted to the bathroom because I had to yak. So, puke twice. Usually it's just the one time, but this time I was going for the gold. And let's just say, like I said, I didn't even eat that much, but it just kept coming. I was like, what the fuck? Even my buddy Chris, who ended up staying in the room with us, said it sounded angry. And then once I finished that, finished puking again, went back, laid down, and once the world stopped spinning, I was able to fall asleep. But yeah, that was night. Well, that was day one. It was a hell of a day, hell of a night. Next day, I woke up a little hungover, to say the least. Try to take care of, that hangover with some sombreros. We've been going there for the last few years just as a tradition because of, I think it's Josie by Blink-182 when they talk about going to get some food at sombreros. And I ate a little bit, but still wasn't feeling great. And just in case you're wondering, yes, I was still wearing the puke pants. And from there, we were going to hit Bergen over in Carlsbad, but it didn't open until 12. So I was like, fuck. But we ended up just going to Carlsbad Village. And just to let everybody know, before we went to Carlsbad Village to go to Pure over there, I stopped at Target and I bought some new pants. So went back to the car, not tossed out, but I just, took off the other ones, changed in the car, threw on the new pants, and I was a brand new man. I was like, I'm not going to go walking around. I'm not going to keep wearing these fucking pants all fucking for a second day. But yeah, back to the beers. I had never been to the Pure in Carlsbad. It's a really cool spot though. Some outdoor seating. There's even I think it's a Handel's ice cream place right next to it. So if you're an ice cream person and you want ice cream and beer, boom, bingo. What did I have there? I think I just had their rain. I think like I mentioned in the Pure review earlier, solid one. Then also, but what was really cool too is because after that, Pizza Port is in walking distance. And Pizza Port was, I like the one in San Clemente, but this one in Carlsbad, to me, blows it out of the water. The Carlsbad one is awesome. The inside is freaking cool. They have upstairs seating, they have downstairs seating. Obviously great pizza. And then they have outdoor, the other outdoor seating as well with the little outdoor, beer station. And yeah, it's cool that it's within walking distance. And I had their Japanese lager. I can't remember what it was called, but damn, it was good. It was really, really good. I didn't rate that beer, but if I would have, I probably would have given it a 9. It was really solid. What else do we have? Their mac and cheese bites, obviously fire. Ordered two orders. So after the pizza, after the mac and cheese, and a couple of beers, Mike was right as rain. Back in my natural state, Brew Dude, West Virginia said in a comment the other day. And it was actually really cool. One of the really cool things about going there was because my last name is Campa. It's Campa. Why the fuck did I just spell that out? I don't know. But yeah, so it's Campa. And I don't think I've ever met somebody in person, other than obviously family, that have my last name. So it was pretty it was weird. And then I went up to the beer tender at the bar at Pizza Port, opened up a tab, gave her my card, and she was just like, "Oh, you get brownie points." I was like, "What do you mean?" And she's like, "We have the same last name." I was like, "Oh shit!" I had, like I said, I never really meet anyone with that last name. And the even crazier part was that her family, where her family's from, and where my family comes from, on my dad's side, they're actually from similar areas. So it's pretty crazy. They're all kind of from Central California, Salinas and all these different places. So it was pretty wild. And it's we had I just thought it was pretty cool. So I thought I'd throw that in there. But Carlsbad obviously has a ton of breweries to offer. So definitely and it's actually just a really cool place to go to. So if you've never been, definitely go, whether it's Pure, Pizza Port, Bergen, Helia obviously is an awesome place. Shout out to Naomi Blue Band. Dogleg is awesome too. They have their putting green in there, a golf drive simulator, which is really cool. Epic is really cool. And it's what's really awesome about those three places, Helia, Epic, and Dogleg, and I've mentioned this before, is that they're all within a quarter mile of each other. Like they're all like, well, Dogleg and Epic are right next to each other, but then Helia is just like a block away. Whoops, I had to press pause. Ended up burping really loud. I was like, oh, I need to cut that out. But yeah, like I said, Carlsbad is really awesome. All those places are really close. And before we do get into the Cha-Cha story that Tina tells, I'm going to put at the end of the episode. I wanted to say thank you to everyone for the birthday wishes. And also thank you to everyone that went to San Diego with me to celebrate. You know, Jizzy, Nav, Tina, Chris, Gunnar, my Auntie May, little Maddie, Shelby, Andrew, Richard, and Liz, and even my buddy Daniel Mena, who I've known, you know, since I was born. I want to say thank you to all you guys for being willing to, you know, just, you know, take the time to spend my birthday with me. It was an absolute blast. Thanks for being there and being a part of my life and making the trip like so much more fun. And like I said, and thank you to everyone on Instagram, you know, that reached out and said happy birthday. Really appreciate it. I just want you guys to know I'm super appreciative of it. So get ready for the Cha-Cha story. Here we go.
Okay, John's puke story. This was like, what, 2 years ago? 3 years ago? 3 years ago. 3 years ago, we were at what was Cha-Cha's at the time in downtown, or Old Town. And this is like at the end of the evening. It was probably only like 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. And it was probably early. And we were all sitting down. It was me, John, Jake, and Carrie. And Nav was there too. And then I don't drink. So I told John, let's chug this whole drink, because the drink was not bad at all. A boat race? And we both were chugging. John finished, and he could not keep it down.
No, that was the second one. We did two.
Oh, we did two? Oh, okay. Apparently we did two. Okay, the second time we did this, he could not keep it down. He ended up like trying to hold his puke in his mouth, just trying his best, and then it started like spewing like a little bit, like little spurts, like a freaking fountain out of his mouth on his hat.
It happened right now.
and it just happened again right now. And then starts leaving and then walks through the parking lot. Why we didn't go to the bathroom, I don't know. Goes to the parking lot and just his whole freaking pasta and peanut sauce or whatever it was all over the parking lot.
Pesto tortellini.
Pesto tortellini. There you go. It was disgusting. So next year, I think we're going to do a redemption tour. Oh, yeah. The freaking pine nuts. Oh, John could not stop talking about this dang pine nuts on this stupid pasta. Well, he only lasted that in his tummy for maybe 15 minutes.
I don't know. I was really drunk and a lot of really.
Next year, we're going to do a redemption tour. We're going to go back to all the spots John has thrown up in. Pure Cha-Chas. And now what?
Pure.
Yeah.
And now gold. Yeah.
Gold. And we're not even done yet. So we'll see what else.
And I have puke all over my pants.
And he has puke all over his pants. We're nailing it. We're nailing the store.
Yeah. It's coming back.
All right, guys. Well, that's it. That was a funny story. It was a wild day and a great weekend. Like I said, I know I've said that a bunch already, but it was just a really fun time. Obviously, this episode's gonna be a lot shorter than the one episodes normally are, but hope you guys enjoyed it. Like I said, we got some good stuff coming up. Oh yeah, with Hardyhood next week. Then after that, the Real Ale Sharpton, and then Villains the week after that. And like I said, just keep an eye out because there's going to be a ton of stuff coming. Appreciate all you guys. I appreciate you guys downloading the episode each week and listening. Just, keep on going. And if you guys ever have, questions or anything like that, feel free to reach out, or you want to just say, hey, thanks for the episode or whatever. I always try to get back to everybody as quick as I can. But yeah, so we will, Mr. Puke and Rally is going to go ahead and end the episode. All right, guys. Hope you guys have a good week. And take care, Tap Fam. And just going to add, I thought that was going to be the end, but yeah. Stay classy, San Diego.